Hi, this is Greg Johnson with Blue Book Media. I'm here today with Doug Nelson with the Trading Assistance Group at Blue Book, and we're going to talk about a trading tip and a scenario where a person does a deal with a company, and then the person they did the deal with is no longer with the company. What does PACA say about a situation like this?
In a scenario like that, or any scenario where a manager or owner later comes through and says, hey, that sales representative or that agent for our company didn't have the authority to make that deal, to settle that transaction, to grant that price adjustment. The concept that comes into play is called apparent authority. So even if it's true what the owner or manager is later saying, that this sales rep had no right to settle a transaction, let's say, if that principal company held that salesperson out as a salesperson for their company, they in fact have authority to settle transactions and conduct business that would be normal for a salesperson to conduct by an implied authority called apparent authority. So even if it's true that they don't have actual authority from the company, they have apparent authority to do this and bind the principal to the price adjustment.
So Doug, there are a couple scenarios where this would not be the case, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are reasonable limits to this. One, it's got to be in good faith. If you as the buyer who are accepting this sales rep's price adjustment, and it's an unreasonable and unsupported price adjustment to the extent that you should have known that sales rep was not acting on behalf of the principal, that settlement could be nullified. Also, it's got to be within the scope of the salesperson's authority. You know, if you're talking about leasing a property, the sales rep has no authority to bind a principal to a lease. But if you're talking about a single transaction that the salesperson routinely engages in, the salesperson has the power to bind the principal, even if they don't have the right to do so.
And then there's one other scenario too, right?
Apparent authority gets its power from the principal company having held the sales rep out as representing the company. So if the principal seller says, hey, this sales rep or all my sales reps can sell, but only I can grant price adjustments, then right, there's no apparent authority there in the sales reps anymore, and the owner or manager would be the only one that could grant that. Correct.
All right. Well, there's a trading tip for today. Thanks, Doug. This has been Greg Johnson with Blue Book Services.